Welcome, this is OLIT 483 image editing tutorial number 2, and this is part 2 of the tutorial. What I would like to do now is I have horizontal line 1, the layer selected. I'm going to go into my edit menu and select all. And now everything in this layer is selected. What I would like to do is copy it. I'm going to create a new layer by going new layer. And in this new layer, I'm going to name this horizontal line 2. I have that area selected, and now I'm going to paste what I copied, and note that I now have a second line. Oops, and when I pasted, it added its own new layer, so I'll get rid of that one that I created, and I'll call this line 2. Now I'm going to drop this opacity down to 75% as well, so that they match, and now I have two matching lines on two different layers. So using the Move tool, remember you can use the arrow keys when you have the Move tool selected. I'll position those the way I would like. Now I'm going to add some text to the header, and we do that using the text tool, which there's a little A down here towards the bottom of the tool menu. When I click on that, note that I get a different icon, sort of a cursor, and that wherever I put my cursor, that's where the text will be. And I don't need to create a new layer for text, because each time I click the cursor it creates a new text layer for me. So I'm going to click the cursor and a little box appears. I can type my text into it, choose font, size, and color. So I'm going to say OLIT 483, oops, 483 fall 2010. But I don't want to keep that same terracotta color. I think I'd like to go more in this direction. Oops. Click OK. And click OK. Now I can use my Move tool to center my text wherever I would like it. So I'll add one more text layer by clicking the text tool again and clicking where I'd like to add my text, and I'll put the title of the class. And I'll change my color. And I can adjust my size. I can always click in here and actually type in the size that I'm looking for and click OK when I'm done. Once again, the Move tool enables me to move the layers around. I think I'll move this like that, and there we go. There's an image that has multiple layers. It has a photograph, a couple of different gradients. We have two different text layers with a title and a subtitle. And we have some shape elements which we filled with color. We changed the opacity a little bit. I think that does it for the requirements for this assignment. Particularly, I'm looking that you use multiple layers, and I'm looking that you add text, a title, and a subtitle. And you really should feel free to design your header however you like. I demonstrated a number of tools just to get you up to speed with what's available over here in the tool menu. There are other things too. I haven't played with too much, but I know that here's a tool that does red eye reduction in photographs. So you can always roll over a tool, see what it is, give it a try. When you put an element into a layer, you can select all, and there's all sorts of filters that give you these cool effects. So you can try those out as well. Now there's one more thing I would like to show you before we save this image and end the tutorial. With the marquee tool, I can select a layer. For example, let me select one of these lines, and I can select an area. Now I have horizontal line 1 selected. If I go up and say Edit, Cut, note that on the line 1 layer, the area that was selected using the marquee tool then gets cut out. So you can select an area of a layer and go Edit, Cut, and that's one way to delete something that you've created in your image. Another way to delete is to use this eraser tool. I'm going to undo that and make my line whole again. When you're happy with your image, go up to File, Save, and of course you can save this much earlier if you would like. And remember that we are going to save to the computer, and feel free to save it as a JPEG and just leave the 80% quality default set. When you click OK to save, find the place on your computer you would like to save your header. I'm going to call this Skinner header, and I'm just going to save it to my desktop. And now my image is saved. So I now have a JPEG 950 by 180 pixel header for my course, and you could attach that as one of 2 images for the technology assignment that you'll be turning into me. Please, if you have any questions about Pixlr or image editing, shoot me an email and I'll be happy to help you out.